UConn hasn't lost since 5 days before Christmas. They've won 10 in a row, and they certainly aren't dogs here today against Butler, who had them at halftime in the first meeting. Jason Benetti, Bill Raftery, you look like you have something to say to me.
I do. Connecticut is in the highbrow neighborhood, something you can relate to.
Oh, thank you so much.
They are the elite. And conversely, let's see the reaction now. You mentioned Butler's ability to score 87 points in the last 4 games. They don't turn it over, and they make free throws. They've got to be solid from the beginning.
You said it earlier today at shoot-around. Butler-Creighton on Friday looked like an NBA game in terms of shot making.
Well, they rang the bell consistently. One thing about UConn, it's overlooked how tenacious they are on the defensive end of the court. So all those ISOs that Thad likes to run are going to have their impact with the powerful wings on this club.
Starting lineup sponsored by Jeep. There's only one, and part of that defense, Donovan Clingan, just provides ridiculous metrics when he is on the floor defensively. And look, they've played without him. They've played without Stephon Castle. Alex Caravan is back today after missing the game at St. John's on Saturday, so it's scary. They won 10 in a row, and they're at full strength now.
And to talk about Donovan, his impact is not necessarily blocking the shots or intimidating. They stop the floater and make you release it because of his presence. Because Danny's got his kids. The mantra, defense and rebounding, they've added some sophisticated offensive ability.
Thad Matta here at Butler has his best team. They are 15-7, as Rob mentioned, last 4 in, according to Mike DeCourcy, and this place is live tonight. 15,000 plus downtown.
They love their Huskies in this town. That's really done a nice job. A lot of respectability to this Butler team.
Ryan O'Connell throws it up, and here we go.
And right away, Butler goes. Jason Benetti, a little bit.
The question is, how much will that man-to-man be stressed by a surgical offense? Watching UConn in shoot-around, they have loads of talent and loads of stuff in the playbook.
And they just had one. They couldn't get it to Caravan on the mismatch with Davis. This kid's tough.
Yeah, Spencer on the drive. Cam Spencer, the opening 2.
Makes his shots. Anything open, he drills it. Really solid.
So Butler on this side, 82 points a game. They put up 99 in the win at Creighton on Friday.
Nice ball fake. And Davis is going to have one of his key performances, I think. Shooting the ball well, Brooks.
Pierre Brooks misses the 3. He's at 43%, top 90 in the country in three-point percentage.
A quick double screen. You got to communicate defensively. And Clingan doing a nice job ducking in here.
They'll let him eat this time, backing in. He feels the help from Brooks and then barrels through.
Kid's got some game, really. Watching him today shooting those three-point shots, he is ready at some point for that next level.
He's a freewheeling kid in shoot-around. He enjoys just being around the team, and you can see it.
Posh trying to post, he does do that. Good hustle.
Great hustle. Somebody yelled travel, but he kept his feet right there. Beautifully done. And now off the lean in and bump DJ Davis the miss.
Got to identify, got to make sure on these ball screens that you're going to give up that little mid-ranger. Boy, they do a lot of blur screens, keep you active. And what a target in the low post.
Yeah, there's always a secondary option, and here he goes, Clingan again for 2.
Well, maybe try and force him to the other shoulder.
Would you help?
They may have to at some point. They may double, at least stunt a little bit more.
Here comes the crowd already. Brooks probing, nothing there. That shot, no good for Thomas. Second
Nice
chance.
Look at Posh, so smart. Body searches and finishes.
He did not care. You talked about Clingan dissuading shots. He did not care that, as Dan Hurley calls him, Kling Kong was waiting for him.
He took his legs away. Clingan really an obstacle out here with his screens, releases.
Tristan Newton misses for 3. The first really early shot for UConn in an offensive set tonight.
You see good defense by Brooks with the checkout as well.
Little armbar there from Telfort.
This is the NBA style brought to this team, and he is tough. One of those guys mid-post backs you down, a little bully ball.
Jamil Telfort off 22 points and 26 points his last 2 games, a senior out of Montreal.
And he's really tough, can spin out in that low box area. They also him at the elbow as well. Cross screen.
Klingon had it knocked away. It breaks the rhythm a little bit of the offensive set, and we're going to get a whistle and the first foul against Butler.
They don't let you relax defensively. Everybody's in motion. Karaban is a great cutter, something that's not seen on a continual basis because he's such a good deep threat as well.
UConn comes in shooting 36% as a group from 3, which is top 75 in the country.
Nice
Karaban the cut.
And they made him pay for the automatic switch.
They play so many 2-man games like that with a lot of, as you called it, misdirection.
Yeah, they just have a great feel and understanding of when to screen, when to slip, and they curl a lot of screens as well. Trying to keep Klingon away from the basket.
Posh Alexander feeling Klingon. He rang it off his leg, and that shot goes for Jalen Thomas.
He's a tough kid. Just really solid. Pretty good going to his left as well.
He has just 6 points his last 2 games. They might need a big day from him.
There's that little flare screen. I mean, goodness, they keep you busy.
How many sets do they have?
Well, it's extraordinary. I mean, the mental capacity these kids have to absorb and then follow through. Incredible.
Would you know anything about absorbing and following through? But Butler game for the challenge. DJ Davis for 2, and we're back to a 2-point game.
Impressive what Brad's kids have been able to do too. This 4-game win streak, getting their legs, getting their confidence. And they have backups at each spot too. They're really comfortable going to the bench.
A group that really got put together in a 6-week span in the offseason for Butler. Another dive by Spencer.
Well, that's all the screening outside. You jump to the screener and a nice dive. They all read it beautifully.
I mean, this has been offensive surgery so far for Connecticut.
Easy goals, too.
Posh Alexander ramming into the lane. Brooks using his body for a fadeaway that he misses.
And good balance, though. No easy fast breaks.
UConn is 6 for 7. The only miss was the Newton 3 early in the shot clock.
You asked how many sets they run. Well, Danny had about 4 sets of pages.
Yeah.
Plays on them.
And he just went from set to set to set. Another hard cut by Spencer, and this is out of bounds.
Can't relax defensively. They're alert. They're in sync. They're unselfish. And we haven't seen Kessel perform at his optimum yet. He's rounded into pretty good form. This is a solid basketball team. Number 1, you think?
Uh-huh. Offensive start for Connecticut, would you?
No, it's a very Husky performance, so to speak. But I just love what they do. This is their 5-out set. Down and through, screen, slip, one wide open here. Karaban, obviously, in this particular play, but the same kind of a set. Karaban gets free again. They miss him, so why not go the other way? And just great footwork, step and go, nobody at home. Spencer, bring it in.
Their offense is like a great lasagna. There's always a next better layer.
Uh-huh. Have you had corned beef and cabbage in your lifetime?
Not recently, no.
Good.
Why?
No, I was just curious.
You were just interested.
You centered in on Italian food. I wasn't sure which way you were going, but they are a joy, and you really got to make sure with switching to the response, the connect has to be there. They've had some easy baskets, uncontested.
You talked about Cam Spencer and his personality. We just saw him coming out of the huddle, and it was an easy decision for him. His brother, Pat, kind of helped contribute to him picking UConn, but Cam Spencer said that first phone call with Dan Hurley, it was like, we're kind of the same people with how feisty we are as they miss at the rim.
Are you saying Cam is like Danny?
He said it.
Wow.
Yeah, feisty, grew up in a household with brotherly love and competition, the whole thing.
All right, I understand.
Do you buy it now?
Yeah, I do.
Have you ever had corned beef and cabbage? Andre Screen is checked in.
This guy's got to get going right now. They're playing him well. Little slip pass, pretty good D.
And Alexander takes it away. Got a bump and no whistle. He got the rebound and missed, and a third chance wouldn't go.
The kid never gives up. Tough-minded.
They won without him at Creighton, but they are happy to have him back. 11-plus points a game.
And this is the end of the court where he is a nuisance. He's got Castle now. Automatic exchanges here.
Samson Johnson the screen. Little two-man game on the lob was too deep. He had to rescue it and kick it, and a miss for three from Spencer.
Can't leave him alone. He'll back his guy in here now. He's strong, good footwork. They got steps, yeah. Nice collective defensive maneuver, too, the double.
So you talked about UConn and their offense, and you drew on it when we came back. How do you defend, as you see Telford traveling, how do you defend UConn?
Well, I'm doing announcing because I didn't know how to defend anybody. Again, I think at some point you're going to have to stay at home and not switch. I mean, they do it automatically. And you've got to connect to, and the misdirection, slough to the basketball as they come back on a bump. They run those ball screens on the top at the end of plays.
You asked Dad about the switching. He said it's kind of what we do, so we're going to do it at least off the top here.
Yeah, that's what they do with that ball screen at the end of everything.
Hassan Diarra.
Another tough kid, too. They are deep. Stewart on the floor is going to be a terrific basketball player.
Got to shoot. One to shoot, and that barely got up by Stewart, the freshman. And we have a rebound foul against Connecticut.
Great check out, too. Johnson going over the top, but Screen using that big body. Very important on a miss. Don't give them second opportunities.
First foul on Samson Johnson, by the way. Yeah, I mean, they're good enough on first chances. A second chance can just be fatal. Early minutes for Augusto Casia, who played 8 minutes of his 26 in his career against Creighton.
And Bizjack, an offensive threat out here, can shoot, can drive. Look at this denial, too. Go at the rim.
Here, Brooks driving, knocked away. Second chance is a violation.
Pretty good effort on that end of the floor. Consummate effort. And nothing easy.
Thad Matta is really happy with this group. I mean, he raved about how coachable Butler is this year.
Because he's moved a few seats. He doesn't have to pay for his tickets anymore.
That is very true. Oh, a hard drive to the rim. And two there for UConn and Diarra.
Another one of those guys that can step up and contribute. Strong at the rim. Good communication, automatic switch.
Spencer picks up more. They chase Bizjack all the way to the midline.
Moore played well when Posh was hurt.
He got his first Butler start.
Got to attack so far out. There you go.
He did.
He did.
Give him a second, okay? Here, Brooks for two.
Well, you can see he and Telford get going when Telford's back on the floor. A little drop coverage now is going to give you some shots like this.
A lot of contact. Newton didn't get a whistle. This is a let him play first 9 minutes or so. Good crew, Brian O'Connell, Lee Cassell, Greg Evans.
Pretty good defensive crew there. Great denial. Johnson.
Ooh, Spencer was loading up for a three. He chased it down and fired anyway.
He makes open shots. Certain amount of him get in the ball game. Spencer gets it in his hands, sticks him.
There's lacrosse in the family. That was a ground ball that he went and picked up and then filled up the cage.
Nice drive.
Oh, Bizjack.
Yeah, he can mix it up. Kid scored a lot of points in high school on over 2,800. You know he's a threat.
Big game at Creighton with 11.
Where they use the floor here, don't they spread it? Nice pocket pass. Look at this.
Man,
gorgeous.
Oh man. And the miss at the rim by Stewart.
Boy, they get your head spinning. Nice run, but good hands by Spencer.
Too much length, high hands. This is a 4-on-5.
He wanted it too.
He wanted it twice, I think. Newton missed it for 3.
Nice steal almost by Diarra.
Yeah, he chopped it away, and we have a whistle.
I think over the top.
And if it's Johnson, that's his second. So UConn trying to fend off Butler. It's time now for Above and Beyond, sponsored by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above. And Thad Matta, a couple years now here at Butler. This year, 15 wins, 6 already in the Big East, 2 against top 25, 5-5 against the net top 50. And we'll go in his huddle right now.
Don't force it. We're getting any shot we want down there, but we're giving them the ball back. Okay, hey, the post speeds are tough, man. We've tried to feed the post 3 times and turned it over all 3 times. Don't worry about that. Hey, keep that thing moving. We're getting great looks. We're getting great looks. But hey, we're shooting ourselves in the foot because we're always coming back out with turnovers. Remember, got to take care of the basketball. We straight on that?
They had 5 turnovers against Creighton all game. They've got 5 already. The key is to feed the post at the proper time from the proper angle. If you don't have it, just reverse it. You might get a dump down from the top, but it's amazing. We followed him at Ohio State. What a great job he did there. And he's made this program on a level of respectability, I would say, and beyond. Yeah. Some really terrific wins early. Because that Creighton game was like an NBA game, wasn't it? The amount of points that they were able to score. Marquette early in the year. Texas Tech just had a great run.
The Cal win looks better and better. They're playing okay in the Pac-12. So Samson Johnson did pick up his second personal foul. He's off the floor. Klingon is back, and doesn't Pierre Brooks know it?
A nice help. And Castle didn't foul, which is key. You know, you got the big guy back there. Just lead him to the promised land.
It's got to help you as a guard to know that he's back there.
You can gamble. You can be more aggressive. Brooks, I like his attitude, though. He's trying to create some offense.
Alexander spinning, dropped it off, and a miss from the foul line for Thomas.
Good look, though.
As Thad Matta said in the huddle, we're getting what we want. If you're a Butler fan.
Caravan always active. So is Spencer. He's the kid that I think has played great lately, making threes. Look at the no weak side help and a nice lob by Caravan. Got to finish that.
So you were talking about Butler's post feeds. That's a perfect post pass, right? Angle-wise?
Well, it's the deployment was key there. They emptied the weak side so you can lob to the rim. Just a gorgeous setup. They are technically above the norm, this team.
That's interesting. What happens off the ball affects your ability to post feed, too.
Very much so. The movement. Guys laid low down there, help out, always ready to assist. This is his game.
Davis had it stuffed right back in his kisser by Klingon.
How often do you think he's had his jump shot blocked?
Oh.
Davis by a very large individual. And talk about the response here without fouling, too.
Donovan Klingon was jamming to Taylor Swift in shoot-around to You Belong With Me, and that basketball belonged with him. 3 rattles out for Telford. There are people tuning in saying, I thought I was only going to get the Taylor Swift stuff in the football game.
I thought I was at a Chiefs game here for a second. Nice gamble, Telford.
On the drive, past Caravan. That's really nice, isn't it?
Player. Great stretch of the legs. Avoid the shot blocking ability. They compete, this team. They've been fun to watch.
And they've played better defense. UConn 2 for their last 10 after the 6 for 7 start.
Still the switching, though, sticking with their normal operation. A little tight ball screen here and the nice pocket pass.
Another one. Klingon finishes.
And everybody else is on the other side. It's two-man game. Clever and effective.
How much two-man stuff do they run?
Well, it always ends in something, some action like that. But the ability to pass and the type of pass they deliver is extraordinary. Nice slip.
Davis slides it down low and a foul on Caravan on the Thomas attack.
And that is good defense by Caravan, though. He came from the corner to help his partner Big Donovan helping on the ball screen, but you got to play that into the game. For Danny Hurley, you don't play.
By Jeep. There's only one. UConn number 1, up 5. We go in the huddle with Dan Hurley.
Finish possessions defensively right now. We're forcing them into later clocks than they're used to. We can't have late shot clock breakdowns or offensive rebounds. It's demoralizing to us, right? Down there we can get whatever we want. Don't settle. Don't settle. Major paint advantage. All of our threes should come off of paint, right? Paint pressure threes. 2 on ball. Send the ball where it should go.
It's amazing when he can get out of a little timeout. Both teams 1 for 8 from 3. But the understanding and communicating, he's right. You play maybe 20 seconds of good defense, you have a little bit of a breakdown. All of a sudden, this Butler team, they're comfortable because they like that bully ball post-up game.
Well, look, both teams have been going into the paint, and to Dan's point, Donovan Clingan, so far when he's touched the ball, he's been very successful.
Well, he's right about getting what they want. They've had a lot of shots around the rim. I mentioned their ability to pass, and this kid in particular, whether it's a little hook shot or his understanding of when to turn and lock his guy and make a step towards the rim, and their clever ability to bounce it. Good eye-hand coordination by the big guy.
I mean, look, he is 7'2", and you really haven't lived until you've seen a 7'2" guy bouncing around a basketball, shoot around, singing along hard to T Swift.
He's got a charm and a personality about him. He really does.
So he came over to the table after that, and we were like, hey, are you a big Taylor Swift fan? He said, yeah. Katy Perry, too. He'll jam, too. I mean, he's an interesting cat.
He's well-cultured. You could learn a little.
You know what? I knew it was coming. I couldn't get out of the way. My agility always in question as Thomas hits the first free throw, and that is the first free throw of the game tonight. Butler doesn't foul much.
No, they don't. And the defensive end has been just a little bit of problem on slip passes. So any screens, they better communicate a little bit better. Capke in the game now. So giving them some pretty good minutes. Can bite you with a 3 on occasion. 5 for 11.
He hit 2 huge free throws after the poke in the eye for DJ Davis on Friday night.
Step and go. Look at all the cutting. Nobody stands still. Look at this. Wide open. Big time. Bang by the big fella. All set up by the action offensively and Newton with the find.
They're a little bit like an NFL offense. There's a lot more pre-snap motion in the NFL, like the Mike McDaniel stuff. They're always moving.
They set you up beautifully, no question about it. Somebody's got to cut. They had a foul line jumper if they got there.
It is Capke in the corner. He did. Clingan came out to redirect that.
2 block jump shots. Early blur.
Oh,
we heard his foot.
Yep, down goes Newton. On the lead pass ahead, Davis can't run it down. Tristan Newton is down for Connecticut.
I mean, hopefully nothing serious. One of those deals where you get your leg caught. Yeah, that right ankle. See it turned? He is such a key element. Such a major factor in what they run.
I mean, he's already the career triple-double leader at Connecticut.
3. We have Manhattan this year, I think, earlier in the year.
You know, it's interesting you're talking about his impact on the game. You can pick out anybody from this starting lineup and suggest that they are, depending on the day, the most impactful player.
You're right. That's what makes him such a tough out. Here again, get you going one way, trying to load up the big guy, and watch all the cutting.
Caravan touches it.
Extra pass, now the dives.
Spencer post feed. Clingan double comes.
Away from the traffic. How smart is that?
He felt that, turned the corner and scored.
The agility, the drop step, that left leg locks the defender, but he spots this readily. Right here, he knows, here comes, bang, and look at this ability. Boy, he was close to out of bounds there.
Twice. You know, we did Villanova on Tuesday night, and you were talking about Eric Dixon catching the ball and going
quickly.
So important. We just saw it right there, the importance of the aggressive move.
Well, they like the contact, the two people trapping, and you anticipate before it arrives, and he did.
You're good at anticipating before things arrive.
I usually am. With you, I anticipate I'm going to pay.
Double screen for Davis. Now he revs the engine. Clingan dissuaded that shot too.
He has not been able to get going, Davis, and one of the reasons he's not going to get that deep, he's got to make a quicker decision. Clingan on the floor. Here's the roll again.
Diarra got it.
Clingan made that goal. He drew 2 on his roll. Whew. Big time factor.
Largest lead for Connecticut at 9. Early 3, Telfort, no dice, rebound Clingan.
A little bit of a settle. I thought he should have backed his guy in. Castle's been very quiet, just playing with that. It's a nice look.
What a catch by Clingan. He got fleeced down low by Davis.
Man, really clever. He got to help. And he did. Nice run here. Ooh, Captain, he got away with a walk, maybe. Pretty good challenge at the rim. Watch Caravan in the early here.
He ducks in.
They're all so busy.
Castle, that wouldn't sit.
Well, nobody to help him out here. Look who's there, though.
Oh, over Clingan, Telfort.
He's a confident kid.
Good. You have to be to take that shot.
He is a good player. So many spots they can place him on the floor. Physically imposing.
3 years at Northeastern, where Jim Calhoun was coaching before he made it to Connecticut to start this dynasty of championships. Spencer, bang!
Can't go and hide on him. Keep so busy. Their energy's incredible.
The confidence is through the roof.
Posh, one of the 3 guys that like to back guys in. Good help by Caravan. Everybody on the same page.
What a save by Caravan. Diarra drops it off. And at the rim, Clingan has been a monster.
Got to get one. Boy, everybody's possessed. Even Danny Hurley out there raising the roof. Boy, they can get it going. Talk about highbrow.
Night, a top 5 falls. Carolina crashes after dropping Duke. After losing to Kansas, Houston dominates at home. Plus, number 15 South Carolina went looking for their 6th straight win. Jason, Raph, we'll check in with you guys at the break.
The only consistent thing in college basketball right now is UConn winning.
Incredible, both ends of the floor. I mean, it's just extraordinary. Their total commitment to unselfish play on both ends. Being in the right spot, the activity is just incredible. Again, there, you lose your guy, you come late on the over. Look at this dive to the rim. So simple. And that's a big guy. That's a 7 foot and change guy, giving up the body and dragging people with him. All of a sudden, what do I do? Do I play the dribbler? Or do I get embarrassed by the lob? You get the little floater. I mean, this is extraordinary. Great offense.
Well, it's delicate detail, and at the end of that rainbow is power. They are combined 11 for 13, Clingan and Spencer.
And it doesn't matter who rings the bell for this team either. We thought Castle hasn't really scored. As my Caravan has not been a major factor offensively, but they are in their cutting, their screening, their activity. And this guy is some keeper. It's in the genes, I guess, huh?
It's got to be. I mean, it really was clinical watching them go through with how crisp they were in their sets today at shoot-around.
We both could be learning a little crispness here.
I wish you a Merry Christmas. 3 for Davis. They left him open, and he cashed in. A
nice little change. In the low box area. Threw them off a little bit, Connecticut.
But just watch off the ball here. That's a cross screen.
Spencer always been, he may have gotten away with a walk there, but a little power taking advantage. Diarra.
So Newton hurt with that apparent ankle injury. Diarra ends up with 6 points early. Castle hasn't scored yet. Newton hasn't scored. They're up 11.
And they're on the bench. They're really not paying any attention to him, so he might be okay. Usually you have a trainer in attendance there.
Yeah, we just have not seen him back as yet, but you'd imagine he might.
This kid's good at that rim, though. They come up empty. So with a pretty good D, and they run the floor. Spencer with a little bit of a gamble.
Really strong defense by Jalen Stewart on the other end, the freshman forward out of Seattle.
They are well schooled. The preparation for Connecticut is just so difficult, so demanding.
Butler trying to hang around. They've been a very good second half team recently.
They got Caravan. They're playing small right now. Clinton's going to come back in. This has been effective for them at nice extra look, and this kid can bring it.
Bizjack too strong.
Nice extra pass by Brooks.
We got playing without Johnson with 2 fouls. Klingon on the bench, as you mentioned.
Spencer always active, screening, popping, nice slip by Castle.
That pass got caught in the moat on the way to him.
Not as smooth this trip here. Late in the clock, tough shot. No, don't foul.
Diarra got Bizjack in the air with 2 to shoot and 3 free throws coming.
Oh, you saw him set up, clever. Got the bite here. Late in the shot clock too. I think 3 on the clock. So tempting, titillating.
But he kind of abused the stumble from Bizjack too. He was coming out of the stumble. Diarra read that beautifully.
Why are you looking at me when you said stumble?
You don't know where I'm looking. Don't claim to. Diarra, just 27 free throws all year, and this round of applause is for the gentleman walking to the scorer's table, Tristan Newton.
Good to see, really. Get him back going.
You know, it's interesting, and Dan Hurley was talking about playing without Caravan, but they have played without Castle. They played without Klingon. They played a stretch here today without Tristan Newton. Their last loss was when they lost Klingon, but they have figured out how to play shorthanded as well.
Well, the reason is the philosophy. You mentioned the 5 out, the continuity, moving your men, screening beautifully, understanding when to slip, when to reverse the ball. I mean, they just are a tough out on that end of the floor.
Diarra 3 for 3. And what a turn of events that is as Newton hears it from the crowd.
Diarra's a good player. He can do a lot of things. You mentioned the cutting. He's been some really solid minutes. Good to see Newton back. See if Davis can get going here with a minute and change left.
Alexander on Spencer, body to body. Here's Davis, and he got hit. Yeah, he did. Newton flying by.
Yeah, not a good one. Didn't have to. To get him going a little, get some confidence with these 3.
I mean, he is the best free throw shooter in the country.
It's amazing, right? 95%, is it?
70 for 73 for the year. He'll get 3 this time.
In the league, he's 37 for 38 in the Big East. I mean, that's high cotton. Amazing.
You do read our graphics before we hit air, don't you?
What's nice. Spent the afternoon.
What a team player.
They were telling me he's got another year, too.
Yep, that's the hope.
Just checking to see if it's a 3, maybe. Yep.
They've gone to the screen to check. Greg Evans went to the monitor, and Davis. You can boo him all you want, but
he's not going to be disturbed whatsoever. He's got his little routine too. Shrugs his shoulders, gets that deep breath. I have to do that before I come to work with you.
It's a deeper breath that you take, I have to imagine. Good time to slide in the promo by Brad Weimer, diverting us to Caitlin Clark discussion.
You'll be doing the game, right?
In fact, yes, indeed, on Super Bowl Sunday.
Pure stroke.
Isn't it fun to watch somebody who's so confident at the line?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant Caitlin.
Oh, very much so.
Anybody that extraordinary is pretty special.
She might set the all-time scoring record from Kelsey Plum on Sunday in Lincoln in front of what we imagine is going to be a sold-out crowd. Clingan says, why not? Oh, this place would have been totally up for grabs.
Great stroke, though. He has worked on that baby. Great rotation.
Brooks. Ooh, that would have been huge.
And no second opportunities at the rim at all.
Klingen's got 6 rebounds already.
And at least 2 blocks, right? Forget the hurries. He's ducking in better and begging better, too.
Asking for the ball, you're saying? Castle wanted to throw it in there.
Didn't get a good angle for the entry, though.
So Castle flares and catches with 6. And he lost the ball.
Look on the
ground. Clingan is clawing for it. And we have a tie-up. It'll go to Butler.
I thought Castle had that open look, too. They knew before he put it on the deck. He's a terrific driver, but he's really of late knocking that deep shot down. Possession arrow goes the other way.
Think about how hard Butler has had to work to stick around in this game.
And right now, a chance to get it into single digits here.
Just 31% from the floor in the first half for Butler.
Davis has got to keep busy, but I think it might end up with Brooks at some point. Got to go, I think, right now.
6 seconds for Davis. Clingan follows him.
Nice play.
Davis got by him and a backside block. Oh my goodness, what an effort by Newton.
Tremendous. Duffer with a great dive to that rim, and Davis just so good with his footwork. Stood people up, and you got to play both ends of the floor with this club. Terrific reaction.
That's their 6th block already.
Nothing easy. That ankle looks pretty good.
Davis, little double clutch, and he got it.
Look at the check maybe, just to be sure, but I think they got it off. Well, they got to feel good being this close.
Great ball work here to get Newton out of his visual path.
And Danny will go nuts because they worked on that play. Oh, my goodness, just a double bump on the side, and why not enjoy, begin the knockdown tray.
That is a 6-0 run for Butler to close the first half.
Pretty good. A lot of easy goals. They got to just tighten up that defensive end. UConn so effective with that impact, cutting, screening, and knocking down big-time shots.
Stoner and Casey after the break. Halftime here at Connecticut, and UConn with an 8-point lead, but Butler just did the same type of thing at Creighton on Friday with a 6-0 run to close the first half and a late 3. First half stats sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. How about 6 blocks, although they're -4 in the rebounding margin. So Butler hangs around, Brad.
They're tough, and Davis that 3, I think he's got to boost them around, no question about it. But one thing, if you do get in the lane, don't get too deep with Clingan. You know, have him come, maybe you can slip it to his man or hit that little floater. But Caravan, 0 for 1 on threes, has 5 attempts a game. Like, they play within the system. I mean, he didn't force any shots. Real good throw. Newton goes out. The arrow comes in and plays terrific. So they're deep and talented. And when they guard, they are a step above.
You almost got food in your lap with the people walking by there. Cam Spencer, 12 points in the first half.
Talented kid. We talk about his ability to move without the basketball. Heady performer. Knows, you know, one of the games, I think it was last week, he got a rebound, called the timeout. After the timeout, he knocks down the 3. This kid is a gamer. You say that about a lot of them. How you start, I think, is big for Butler. The first 4 here.
Well, UConn went up 6-0 right off the jump in the first half, and Butler can't afford that right now.
Little scissor. Everybody stayed at home on this. No switch.
Davis right in Klingan's pocket, and it leads to a 3 that won't go down for Castle.
And really solid checking out by Butler.
Butler Bulldogs nearly had their season low in a first half, although Davis's three got them over that.
Kessel right on the catch on Davis. A lot of curls and cuts. Pretty play. A double circle around the postman on the nail. Effective.
That's an 8-0 run for Davis himself, dating back to the end of the first half.
Try and get them out of their rhythm. Force them a little deeper in the clock.
Well, the crowd's sort of out of rhythm right now. There's a hush in this building, really, for the first time tonight.
And they've been chesting the cutters just for the first time he's gotten the look.
Caravan missed. Flicked over the head by Klingon and taken away by Alexander.
Give it up here to Davis.
DJ Davis again knocks down a three, and his run continues. DJ Davis 11-0 himself.
And the pass by Posh on time. Big time delivery.
Now this is restless clapping for the crowd.
Going deep right here. ISO one-on-one.
Klingon missed it, but he's fouled. It's on screen.
That's only the second time they've been lobbed to him on the post, but in the open floor, and the ability to turn it and go the other way. Posh with the quick hands, and now the big time find. Boy, Kessel is right there. Excuse me, Spencer almost negates that opportunity. Playing with some confidence right now.
DJ Davis, transfer from UC Irvine, has 11 straight points in this game, and Klingon, just a 52% foul shooter, misses.
It is amazing how many good players there are in the country, though. This portal, kids stepping up a little bit. Some kids just transferring, change of coaching or system.
And guys who've played so much basketball, right? I mean, that's part of it, too, is you have guys in their early 20s, 23, 24 years old, who've just seen so much at the D1 level.
I have suits that old, but
yeah,
you're right. Of course, the COVID year, kids got that extra opportunity. Nice defense here.
Brooks had to step over Castle, and he's met by Klingon. Into the corner, it's an open look for three that won't go down for Telford.
Boy, they don't give up fast break baskets, though. Look at how solid they are.
That was one of those long rebounds that
nice
could have
cut
been.
by Newton and a fine. Ooh, good look by Kessel.
Oh, Davis.
He's got some range.
Davis wanted to shoot from Trumbull.
Oh, tough pass by Posh. But it kept dribbling all the way out. Get him organized.
Oh, Klingon hit the deck. He got undercut by Alexander. He pops back up, thankfully for UConn. Trying to play through it right now. They'll play through him. Let's see how that leg is, and he's fouled.
He's holding his leg right now. Right down by the ankle. Hope it's not the same foot, too. Posh was really trying to get over and play his guy, and Klingon had to be in the middle. He's going to the sideline now. No, he's still on the floor. Posh saying it wasn't intentional, and that's that play there. He was trying to go play Castle. Nice sportsmanship, though.
Yeah, certainly nothing intentional there, and we will get a timeout, Connecticut.
Telford big on the ball, took away the vision.
This is a tough Butler team.
Tough-minded.
Yeah.
Well coached. Know how to put you away a little bit. Better D late.
DJ Davis has been unstoppable recently for Butler.
I just love his balance when he pulls up, his confidence from deep. His finishes around the rim in an extraordinary fashion, but the step back he has and reads things, that was a great set play. Two guys curled off the high post. He was the second, the recipient. Pretty kiss at the rim.
Here's a guy, DJ Davis, who came from UC Irvine. He was first team All Big West as a junior, his first year at Butler, and he is the prototypical guy who has helped Thad Matta flip this thing in a year.
That's a good word to use, too. It's turned it around. They're as sophisticated as bygone years. Thinking of 10, 11, 12. Goodness, what a great run.
Well, that title game was the first time they ever played Connecticut 13 years ago. Tough pass to catch.
Boy, they worked hard on a defensive set again on the inbounds.
So late shot clock again for UConn and Newton.
Don't leave him open.
Spencer.
That was too easy. Too easy of a look. Dodge one there.
That's what it takes some nights. I mean, this would be a massive program-changing win for Butler right on the cusp of the tournament at this point.
The one thing about UConn, they can turn it up and get in spurts too. They dodged one there with Spencer's look. All of a sudden they can get points in a rash.
Newton had to work hard to get by Telford.
Caraban's so active without the ball. Here he goes again.
Yep.
They just zone up and drop off though. One-man zone, that drop coverage. Good cut by Spencer. Pretty look.
Oh, Caraban the finish.
He's busy, that's why. Spencer acknowledges.
Spencer really did look like a wide receiver there out of a break.
Good feel.
Davis wants Klingon on the kick to the corner, and that won't fall. Well short for Brooks.
You got to button down right now if you're Butler. He's one of those spurts they like to get on. Pass and cut. Look at this. That is pretty. Even though it didn't accomplish what they wanted. Wide open, maybe a fake bounce and a straight pass would have worked.
They'll wear you down, certainly, with all that activity, but it's still a 6-point game. And offensively to create baskets still.
And we talk about Caraban. He's actually free, but the drop coverage takes care of him. Screen in the middle of the lane. But watch him post up at the end, square himself, knowing that he's got to get himself available. Just turns in case the defender comes in. And now he's ready. Hands up, prepared. Really a knowledgeable player. And, of course, the little dribble drive decimates the D. And Cam delivers.
Love the story of his father a couple of years ago back in the day. Knowing that Alex wanted to become a basketball player, they decided to build a small court in their house to help cultivate that level of skill in Alex Caraban.
That's terrific. He is a keeper, too. Big upside in his game. And, you know, off that ankle, he has not shown any wear or tear.
That's 3 on screen, by the way, very quickly here in the second half as Spencer goes to the foul line. And we mentioned Cam Spencer and his brother Pat and how much he contributed to Cam coming here to Connecticut. Pat, the other night, just had 29 in the G League for the Santa Cruz team for the Warriors. Yeah, he's
talk about doing your homework. By the way, the Carabans didn't use the same plumber that you use in your apartment, right? I hope, with all your water damage.
That's why, you know, back in the day, there was that song lyric, "Twice on the pipe, if the answer's no." That's how I feel about freezing temperatures. You don't forget anything, do you? Steel trap up there.
Priceless.
So screen's going to come off.
Condemning the trade.
That is not true.
A little stagger bump here. Empty side for Posh. Nice help late. Klingon.
Yeah, that's a big foul. Klingon, just in terms of the contact, right? Alexander goes down. That's a big guy that took him on.
Posh should take a lot of people on. Always talk about his D, but even here, you see that body takes a whack. Klingon's alert, though. I don't know if he hit his head when he hit the floor.
Such an outstanding defensive player for St. John's when he was there. Posh Alexander now finding his way to Butler within the league.
I always thought of Muggsy Bogues with him because when he's behind you, he was so, you think you're dribbling the ball up the floor, he could poke it away. That's what he's so good at. Stripping you.
2 for 2, and Butler just will not go away.
Good attitude. Little stagger slip. Ball screen. I mean, boy, they make you work and think. And Butler has adjusted.
Spencer wanted to slip. Instead, they go under, and he misses the 3.
What a rebound, huh?
Right over the top.
Absolutely no foul either. a nice pass.
Klingon spinning and
Pretty.
scoring.
And give that to Spencer, though. Force fed him. Made the big guy get to the rim.
To your point, that's what they did in the first half when they built that lead.
This is where they got to toughen it up a little bit. Don't let this guy get going. Nice pocket again. Look who's there. Underneath, I think. I don't think it was Klingon.
That's exactly right.
Caravan, maybe? No.
I think it was Newton.
Yeah, I think you're right. And just a pretty little play to turn and open. Very catchable. Good vision. How about that? Big time Hokie started the game with a couple of those.
That was a 6-0 lead right out of the chute as Jalen Thomas goes to the foul line.
Money Young over there chatting with him. Klingon's probably going to get a blow now, I think.
Well, they really haven't been able to use Samson Johnson a whole lot with the two fouls.
Early.
So they will here. They'll deploy Johnson.
And without him, they had Caravan at the 5 spot, too, which they're very good at, as we noted.
Butler, one of the best free throw shooting teams in the country. They're 14th coming in at nearly 79% as a group. This is that danger time. Can you keep contact?
Can they turn it up? And again, they're really not the same rhythm or speed of the cuts.
That's a hard cut down the lane. Newton missed.
They're losing their zip a little bit. Butler making them stretch out the tonight's denial here.
To create some energy in the first make tonight for Newton.
And they extend the pressure a little bit. They get it done. Doesn't have to be one guy. That makes them extremely unique.
Alexander.
I go for Telford again on this side. Good D this trip. Nice double up.
Davis on Spencer. He's stapled to him. Davis kicked out the leg, and Spencer hates the call by Lee Cassell.
Wow, they had two over there. Who they give it to? Spencer's lucky they didn't give him one, though. Refs don't like to be shown. And Danny Hurley being corralled by his guy. Let's see who they give this to.
They got Johnson, it looks like.
Yeah. On the way down, he got hit, but goodness. You do have a right to land, and he did. That's a tough one.
We're going to take a look and see if it's a 2 or a 3.
I think they've decided.
Very quickly. It's 3. And it's the third foul on Johnson as well.
They can let him go for a while, though. He's taking a good rest. This is like the automatic walk.
Yeah.
Just give him the points.
Send him.
Right.
4. Give him the 4.
Well, what do you know about baseball anyhow?
I don't know. Detroit's going to find out.
Those people have no idea what they're getting into.
Davis, 2 for 2. He's been fouled on a 3 twice in this game, and you could argue that that's the reason Butler is in this game.
Very much so, and I think that 3 at the end of the half sparked them a little bit as well. And these kids believe in themselves.
You could say that's a home run of a trip for DJ Davis if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah, Danny's really confident with his team, though. He's got Caravan and Klingon on the baseline. And he knows he's deep in talent, can rest them. These guys will hold the fort.
It's Diarra running the point.
You got to go at the rim a little bit more. They've been perimeter oriented. He spaces out for shots, doesn't he? That little flare, got his feet organized and drills it. He's the band leader too. He likes to stir it up.
He ran so hard down the baseline to get open for that 3, and the crowd comes with him. Cam Spencer as Telford puts it in.
That's his game. Power at the block.
Butler has had a response for every surge by Connecticut tonight.
They got to get the ball out of Telford's hands, I think, on that little dribble bounce.
Spencer Johnson soaring over Butler.
How well designed. Everybody on the opposite side. Spencer, the catalyst.
Johnson jumped from well out of the blue there.
Nice pass by Posh. Well, he drew two. Pretty attractive. But you got to be exhausted guarding Spencer. I mean, he is a busy player.
He found himself wide of the lane there. Telford chasing him everywhere.
On the floor, he's got to go.
He feels it. He fires, and he misses. I don't think he stopped moving for all 30 seconds.
It's just incredible. The stamina that kid has. Blow by.
Tough finish. Thomas the rebound.
Telford had his guy. They got the match they want here.
Alexander through the wash, and we got a whistle.
Yeah, Posh should have backed it out and got Telford right on the block. How about this play, huh? Draw it up any better? Gorgeous. The lob. Big time. Send it in. Sampson stretching it out.
42, UConn by 7. Let's go in the huddle.
We got to keep guarding our asses off. Plain and simple. We're making shots now. We'll score. We'll score. We're stringing our stops together. Here we go.
Stops, no question about it. Kills. A lot of coaches use that. Goes back to Chris Mack, I think, actually, at Xavier a few years ago. But they were confident. His huddles, he's extremely positive. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
Listening to him, I think the Villanova game, he said, we are going to win. He was right. I used to say that to our team, and they used to shake.
You keep saying that, but
kidding me?
you tell that to all your players.
No, but he's got away with them.
That's the way Brad Weimer is in our huddles during the break, our producer as well, who has spoken to standards and practices recently and now is milking that for all it's worth in these huddles. UConn by 7. We get such great stuff in the huddles from coaches.
They're amazing. How prepared. I am envious. So again, that open shot. Ooh, a little neck ball, as our pal, I would say, Reggie.
Yes.
Yeah. The bird. Another one of your Syracuse colleagues, and this is not a typical delivery by that kid. Keep it on the possession arrow.
How does that happen?
I don't know, concentration maybe.
You know the physics behind it?
I don't.
Telford now weak side screen with the stuff.
Nice read. Those 3 fouls too. They get just what they want out of the center spot. Thomas, screen.
Suddenly a 5-point game again.
Yeah. Newton has been very quiet too. Of course, with that ankle injury, hadn't played as much. Here he comes, get him involved.
Off the Klingon screen.
Oh, we should have taken that floater.
And Diarra thought about the 3. Now he hustles down the lane and can't score.
Nice rebound. Davis.
Butler's only given up 1 offensive rebound all night.
How impressive is that?
Alexander trying to create, and this is out of bounds to Butler.
With Posh can really get in that lane, though. I'd like to see him keep the dribble alive a little bit more.
You think he decided to pass a little early there?
Yeah. The trip before, I thought he should have kept it alive. He loves that little post-up game. Got to get this guy inside a little bit. I know he can make threes. This is where he's tough, right here.
Telford pull up, missed it.
Good look, that ISO at the elbow.
Open floor is so dangerous. Connecticut. They want Klingon.
Look who's on a Posh, and look at the help. How about screen with the help, though? Posh being physical, giving up a quarter of a century. Oh, talk about dimension different. Look at this post up. He fights and competes, and look at his partner helping out. Screen. Butler.
he created the opportunity for Screen to make that play just by gumming it up a little bit.
Absolutely.
That was a screen and roll all by the same person.
There's a little dribble drive, too. Karaban, a few looks.
Ball fake, and he missed it. There's an offensive rebound for Klingon. A new dimension here. He misses that time.
I like it, though. Went strong. They had shot well. Therefore, there weren't as many offensive rebounds, particularly in the first half. I think they were over 50%, 55.
Something like 2 out of every 3 from 2 have gone in most of the day. Alexander, pull up. No.
Oh, he was held to screen.
Spencer waiting for the cavalry.
Nice run.
A dive by Castle, 2 and a foul.
And the timing of Spencer, exquisite. Giving Castle the opportunity, putting it right there at the proper time. Castle's been quiet too, but right here, he is king at the rim.
Take the one piece and you move it across, and they switch positions normally is how it goes.
Correct. King and his Castle.
That's his first bucket tonight. Off back-to-back career highs in the 20 range the last 2 games.
A lot of it's game prep, too. First thing you'd have is a good game, and the next scouting, you move up the sheet.
People pay more attention. Davis on the drive. Got it on the rim. Another run out for Connecticut.
Numbers.
Spencer Diarra flaring in and missing the tap for the very active Castle.
Again, Spencer with the right pass, but the effort. This is what they do, folks. You think you're right there, you're on a boat ride, and all of a sudden a burst of excellence.
The drawbridge comes down on you.
They lower the boom. All of a sudden, 10. You don't convert. Open floor opportunity. Karaban knows something good's going to happen when Spencer gives that look away. The finish, the effort. Castle, raising the boat.
You know, sometimes when guys play other sports growing up, we can, as announcers, oversell that and look for connections. But watching Cam Spencer and knowing that he grew up as a lacrosse player in high school and his brother's success in lacrosse, his awareness of the court is something that translates beautifully to that game. And you can see the connection here.
Other than they don't have a stick in this game. It's just right. But you're right. His mobility, his reads, his feel. He takes advantage of opportunities and angles. He is a gamer.
He was also on the freshman golf team in high school, but I don't really see the connection there, do you?
No, not really. Competitiveness, obviously, burning the belly, all those things that make you a superior contributor.
So now the lead's 10, and Butler is thrust into this spot where they need a basket.
There's Jack on the floor, too, for that reason. If he does get open, this is the guy who can do some damage, I think. Good opportunity, good call from the bench.
Telford got what he wanted. Donovan Klingon already his 5th career double-double tonight.
This little run here shows the depth of UConn. I mean, some of the names we talk about all the time haven't had, well, this guy hasn't really had a whole lot of opportunities. Got a great look there.
Yeah, Karaban just 4 points tonight. But again, you use this phrase a lot with UConn. They haven't needed it.
No, but you know what? Also, when you have a nick like he did with the ankles, sometimes he's just not as spry or mobile or as active. Or the feeling isn't there.
Davis step back over Spencer, lipped it out.
Nice effort. Klingon.
This is 1-on-3 for Diarra.
They sprint to get a lot of seconds to run their stuff here.
That energy infusion has sort of happened off the long rebounds, the runouts. Klingon just stalking his prey.
Screens well and get a good look.
Spencer might be a little tired. He's been very active. He clangs into Davis. So does Klingon.
Wow, not a good play here. He's going to go all the way.
Yes,
and
he
why
is.
Not? Oh, my goodness.
Diarra behind the play, somehow comes up with another chance to throw it right to Davis.
Nice read by Davis. He wants to slow it down.
I think everybody might be sucking wind a little bit.
You can see Caravan just a little off his game. I mean, this kid is so talented.
I mean, Butler's coming off 99, 88, and 90 points. They're at 44 right now.
A 4-game winning streak. So impressive.
Telford got into the lane again.
He's one of those undersized power. Carmelo Anthony, like.
Well, that's a good one.
Where he can, Anthony a little bit bigger than him, obviously, but that kind of game around the rim.
I don't know that Connecticut fans want to hear about Carmelo Anthony, 15 in orange.
The Heimers Championship.
Klingon got him buried, down low.
Too deep. Oh, goodness.
A little too much on it.
That's what he's doing better, I think. Just ducking in and begging for the ball.
Butler looks like a tournament team very much right now. And there's a foul.
Spencer, got to be careful. Again, Telford's such a tough out in that mid-post area. Really decimates people with his power, strength, and ability to finish.
Big East basketball is sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. Which dogs will take it tonight in the huddle? Dan Hurley.
Offensive confidence right now, right? We're playing our ass off right now, right? And we're getting great stuff at the rim, right? But it's all coming off our defense and our rebounding, right? Davis, high on all screens, 5 men, right? Those flats, we can't get rejected. Come up high, get the ball out of his hands.
He's so solid as a coach, isn't he? He pinpoints things in detail. When he started coaching, it was defensive rebounding, and it's just incredible what he's added on the offensive end. But he is right. Rebounded some open opportunities and really struggling to finish at the rim quite a bit of late. That's been their difficulty.
How hard is it to be that concise in a huddle?
I think that's why the vocabulary, they understand exactly what he wants.
Big 2 and a foul. Telford creates the contact, and it's 6 again.
And the other thing, just to finish the thought, in the timeout, they don't get right in. You know, they're concise because they, let them relax. Maybe an assistant coach goes in, and he's terrific around the rim, isn't he?
He's great.
He's just confident, little head bob.
3 years at Northeastern. He grew up in Montreal. And that's 2 guys that actually played in high school together. New Hampton.
How about that?
Caravan and Telford going at it. Leads 5 for UConn.
And through screens, keep active. Empty side. Now they can really drop defense now.
Newton.
Wow, he's been quiet too.
Followed his own shot.
Prior to that, he was 1 for 6. Really different. 1 rebound and 2 assists. Those aren't his numbers.
And you see the tremendous value of offensive rebounds starting to build now for Connecticut. Telford hits a 3.
Caravan got screened and he went under, dodged it.
Ooh, Spencer had a notion in this crowd.
He does.
Wanted it badly, and they got what they wanted.
That kid is a winner. Amazing. He actually thought he could make that deep one, I felt.
You could see it in his eyes, couldn't you?
Yeah. Got a better one, though.
Out of bounds off Connecticut.
And once again, their ability to score quickly stems from the defense, the quick pace. There's that pump and bite, and right here you go under. Not against him. Got to fight over the top, get some help.
You know, Caravan has not had a great offensive day, just 4 points, but he engaged on that screen and created the look for Spencer.
Now, you're not on the floor if you're not doing some things right.
Telford.
Tough kid. He is terrific in that post area.
16 in the first meeting for Telford, 13 tonight.
Nice little hesitation, too, before the release. They set up dummy screens, too, to lull you to sleep. A little tough.
A little too high for Johnson and a foul call. This won't be a free throw. It's just the 5th foul against Butler in the half, and we've only seen 17 fouls in the game.
I thought Spencer could have shot that, too. He had really a wide open look, but unselfishly.
Oh, they are going to call this a shooting foul because it was a lob. So 2 free throws.
And I think that's what Thad is talking about, too. He hadn't caught it in his mind.
I don't know that UConn fans, Johnson's just 9 for 17 from the line. And those dunk stats, by the way, Bobby Mullen, their sports information director, keeps those by hand. He writes them down every time there's a dunk.
He doesn't have a computer? Or?
No, he's using pen and paper. It's nice. It's old school, like you. You carry around your notepad from the hotel.
Phil Chartis just retired. Stopped by.
Bobby.
I used to tell Phil he retired a couple of years ago, but he forgot to tell everybody. Remember SID?
Great guy.
Yeah, he was. Is, I should say.
He's not anymore?
Well, he was
He's
when
dropped
he
in
was
your rankings.
I demoted him.
All right, so Klingon comes back in. What does it take for Butler to make a serious run here?
Well, I think they're doing a great job on the other end with Telford getting more involved. I think it's the defensive end and sealing. Don't give him a second shot. And see if Davis and Telford can get going a little bit. Nice
Davis
split.
Splits 2.
Good find. This kid can shoot it now. Pull the string just a little bit.
You could see it, couldn't you?
Yeah, just. Not that he's short-armed it, but goodness. Klingon doesn't give him any other opportunities.
Klingon's got a career high 13 rebounds tonight.
Overload one way.
Oh, Klingon just discarded Bizjack. Newton couldn't finish, and over the top out of bounds. It's off of Butler. Klingon got his hand in the cookie jar there.
He was good. Good help there. Created some chaos.
For 24 San Diego State, they have alternated win-loss over their last 7 games. The last game, though, a major victory over ranked Utah State. Aztecs at Air Force next. But first, take you back to Hartford for the conclusion of Butler and #1 UConn.
San Diego State looks like it's kind of hitting its stride right now with Ledee, and UConn by 9 here over Butler. Last year, Connecticut, and Dan Hurley talked about this, they kind of hit something of a valley in the middle of Big East play. They go 2-6 through the next 8 games. This year, not so much. They're not losing.
Now they are a power broker in this country, not necessarily, not only in this conference. And we've seen it on display tonight. Some of their A players not quite on top of their game. Others have contributed in solid fashion.
There you see that line of demarcation for the bye in the Big East tournament in the first round. Butler with a loss would drop behind resurgent Xavier, who got pasted by Connecticut and then bounced back beautifully. Credit to Sean Miller.
Absolutely terrific to find out what your players are made of, what your staff's made of, and he's a keeper.
The coaching in this league. I mean, you see Thad Matta showing up here at Butler. Ed Cooley obviously going to Georgetown. They'll figure it out. But the coaching in this league is really top
notch, and some talented players to boot as well.
This will be Connecticut ball out of the huddle for Dan Hurley. 20 to shoot.
They were working on their out of bounds today. Woo! Caravan telegraphed that. Just stared right at where he wanted to pass it. Good hands.
Under 4 to go. Butler within 9, looking for another signature win. Alexander got by Klingon, that little sidestep route.
And he froze him with that dribble, too. Just shook him off. Posh, pretty. They won't go away, will they?
No, it's been between 3 and 10 all half, the lead for Connecticut. Castle had a moment where he thought 3, and now he'll play it for Newton.
Caravan's got what he wants in the box there with Davis.
Davis really wrestling with him down there.
And he's got the inside offensive position, but pretty good counter.
Newton was scoreless in the first half, and he knocks down the jumper there. Alexander driving Spencer. Klingon tried to help, and he couldn't.
He just does a great job of freezing the defender, using that big upper body strength.
That was a 3, by the way, by Newton. They added it late, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Spencer can't believe it, and he's got to watch himself.
And he's got to watch it, too, on the sideline. He's saying he violated the cylinder.
This has been a very freely played game, and Danny Hurley does not love that call.
Not happy with that one.
You know, we've aired a couple of words, but I don't know that we want to air that one. There's a jumper that's good for Pierre Brooks. His first make of the second half. It's a 3, and it's a 5-point game.
And how about that? Turning to him, getting him in that last time out.
Here comes the crowd trying to push UConn to a win here.
Everybody staying at home. Oh, Caravan was wide open, too, on that double.
Great job by Davis, sticking to Newton,
this
who
is
drives.
I thought he made that. And why not Klingon at the rim? Soft deliveries enable big guys to get in position to dominate. I'm just thinking Newton got in the lane. It came up empty, but the experience to get this shot, too. And look at Klingon. Runs to the baseline, wedges his way in, and delivers the punch.
Ref, remember this was 8-1 offensive rebounds in favor of Butler. It's now 10-9. UConn has 8 of the last 10 offensive rebounds in the game.
It tells you execution and good shots, too. Unfortunately, coming up empty, but big guys getting in the position to dominate.
Klingon swirls it in. It's an 8-point game again.
Boy, what this tells your team, that your mainstays aren't doing well and you're still in command if you're UConn.
Alexander.
That's it.
Klingon got a piece and popped it in the air. Alexander comes up with it.
I couldn't squeeze it. Screen. Oh. Klingon dominating. Pass couldn't get away with it a third time.
He tried.
Yep.
Minute and a half to go. Here comes the crowd again.
And then he wants to run it through Newton.
Klingon the screen.
Folks, if you watch Connecticut, watch off the ball just for that reason. Get a great look because of the activity. I mean, that's just a killer. Just a simple screen, pin down, Caravan's activity, and then the fine.
Quiet night offensively for Caravan, but he drills a big one. And Klingon with his hand high over that tall frame, waving for the crowd to jump in this.
And that, because of this little bump here, felt there was a foul on the screen. And they're going to check it out, too. Look at this run through and the elbow up in the head area. I think it should be a play on, but I've been wrong all year.
It's been called pretty tightly.
Yeah, the rule is anything in the head or upper extremities.
The officials are at the monitor on that screen that you're talking about that freed up Caravan. They can't take away the 3, by the way, if you're wondering. Right. That will stand.
The foul was, in case it was a flagrant, it was after, not simultaneous. But Caravan and Newton, not their A games, but just enough to get it done for this team.
It's a screen again.
Yeah, here's just a little bump. He takes out 2 there. I don't know if he got him right across the chest or the head.
I think most people at home, just reasonable people, right, would say play on with that. But they're looking at it, so we'll see.
There's another look here. He did stick his arm and elbow out. Boy, a lot of bodies being whacked around.
This is one of those games that feels very much like vintage Big East basketball, and it's been, to their credit, officiated that way as well.
Yeah, very much so.
Greg Evans will come over and tell Raph what he's seeing.
Flagrant one on the screen.
Oh, they're gonna wave it off.
Oh, they're gonna wave it off now.
So Greg, I believe, said before you took off their headset, he said potential F1, I think, if I picked it up properly on the microphone. So they just broke the huddle after he came over here, and they are going to wave it off.
Okay.
So
a fountain of misinformation. Both Greg and I.
That's the right call, right? You agree with that call?
I do.
Largest lead of the half for Connecticut comes at 64 seconds to go.
Trying to get a three. UConn no threes. Give them a deuce.
They're gonna count that. It's a goaltend. So it was gonna score anyway. You don't get 4 for that. You just get the 2. It would really change defensive strategy if that counted for 4.
Talk about fountain of information.
You got to foul pretty quickly here, right?
I would agree. They're going to play it out.
Down 9. That's a tough sell.
Here they go with a trap, maybe once. They're going to go all the way down with it. Yeah, I agree.
It looks like they're kind of in between. Now they're going to try to. Then they're going to take the ball away. So Alexander with the head up. Telford on the drive. He got fouled on the way up.
And good presence by Klingon underneath as well. But that turned out pretty good for Butler. I was surprised they didn't give it.
It did, but you lose 24 seconds or so. And, you know, Thad Matta has done a marvelous job with this team. They've won 4 in a row. They're a totally different group, but you could argue that that foul should have come much earlier.
Yeah, no question. Make these, get your defense set.
Foul was on Newton, his 3rd. Nobody in really massive foul trouble except Screen. Now, Butler, according to Mike DeCourcy right now, says 12 seed. This can't hurt them tonight. A win, obviously, would have been massive.
A big quad 1. And nobody on the line. Let's see if they get set up, too, to sprint. This is where Posh is very dangerous.
So they're going to pull Klingon here for foul considerations. Diarra is a much better free throw shooter.
And Handler, too, is obviously.
You don't want to foul Caravan. You don't really want to foul Newton. There are not a whole lot of great choices. There's a foul. Davis.
Didn't waste any time that time. Stretching this game out.
It's going to be a 1-and-1. So the good news for Butler is there's a whole boatload of 1-and-1s available. There are 3 for Butler to give as 1-and-1s.
There's now counter that for UConn. They're going to force Butler to take time as much as they can on the defensive end. Don't foul. Make them use some clock.
And 17 foul.
Well, what a year this kid has had.
He was 10 for 13 from the line in the first meeting. He really hurt Butler in that first game on January 5th. He was a 37-point-a-game scorer as a senior in high school.
He's heady, pumps, uses the ball screen beautifully, unselfish. Oh, he gambled here to open up the floor.
Davis kind of slowed down.
Look at Caravan making sure they don't get a 3 look.
Brooks rimmed it out. That would have been enormous. And the rebound for Newton, and that's going to be it. Butler will wave it off. The Bulldogs, and now they're going to. Spencer was clapping to the crowd, getting ready to celebrate. And it wasn't exactly, you know, impressionist art in the final 20 seconds, but it got the job done.
Not the final stroke on a portrait, was it?
It was not. But 71-62, the final score. And UConn goes wire to wire against Butler. A very game Bulldogs team, but man, UConn's a machine.
And Butler's going to be reckoned with, though. Great effort against a magnificent team. This UConn team. So many options, so deep, and so together.
Always great to be together with you.
You too.
Rav.
Likewise, Jake.
All right, we say farewell from Hartford for Dustin Denty, our director, for Brad Weimer, our producer, our entire crew. For Raph, I'm Jason. Rob Stone, Casey Jacobson right now.
Gentlemen, thank you. Micah Parrish had 14 in San Diego State's 14-point weekend win over ranked Utah State. The Aztecs, they are back inside the top 25 this week at number 24, and they are set to meet Air Force coming up next here in about 6.5 minutes on FS1. Casey Jacobson, Rob Stone back here with you. Coach Hurley expected to join us live in a moment from Hartford, and in a week where 2 top 5 teams have already fallen, UConn just keeps on marching on. Their 11th straight win. They go to 21-2. They're now 11-1 in conference play. They extend their lead atop the Big East, and they prove tonight it is good to have options when things get tight.
They are so deep and they're so unselfish. What a luxury for Coach Hurley to have all these weapons at his disposal on both ends. He's got guys that play both ends of the floor. Butler and UConn are the top 2 scoring teams in the Big East Conference, Rob. But what we saw today was kind of a slow motion dogfight. And this is why UConn is the most complete team in the country, because they can adjust. They can outshoot you if you challenge them to do so. They can play a rock fight, a game in the 50s or the 60s. But Butler hung around and they just got clutch baskets from different guys. We're going to show you kind of the last 4 minutes of this game. When Butler made a run, here it was. Cam Spencer, he felt the moment, drills a 3. Back-to-back 20-point games for him. Then Butler responds, and Tristan Newton, who was 2 for 10 from the field before that shot right there, takes it and makes it. And then Klingon gets his 14th rebound and 18-point off that putback. And then Caravan puts it away. This is the toughness of a champion. Nobody has gone back-to-back since the Florida Gator. What was it, 2007, 2008?
7, yep.
It's so hard to do because how do you stay hungry night after night? Well, you get new blood, right? Cam Spencer, you get a new role for Donovan Klingon, who has a lot to prove to himself and to the rest of the country, and you're seeing it.
Klingon with 18 points, Spencer a team-high 20. We take you now back to Hartford. Bill Raftery standing by with Coach Hurley.
Hi, Danny. The Big East is a tough road to hoe, right? Butler played you well there, did a good job this evening as well.
Yeah, and that's a really good team, and it's amazing what Dad's been able to do there in year 2. You know, it's an NCAA tournament level team. Every night in this league is incredible brutality, and as you can see by the look of me, that was a dogfight.
You know, watching you coach all the players. It certainly looked, I think you're very deep at every spot. You feel the same way?
Yeah, I mean, I think the coach always looks at his team and sees maybe more flaws than what you guys see, because we're with them every day. And obviously, we got away with not being at our best today. You know, but we did enough to win a tough league game.
Danny, we're really crisp cutting and screening in the first half. A little tired maybe in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Alex, Alex wasn't at his best. You know, T-New struggled. But we were able to find a way to win. Donovan was dominant at times, so we'll take it and keep going.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Ray.
Thank you.